So let's look at this first clip from the debate, and you guys tell me: is John Fetterman someone who is mentally fit and ready to become the senator of Pennsylvania?
I do want to clarify something. You're saying tonight that you support fracking, that you've always supported fracking, but there is that 2018 interview that you said, quote, I don't support fracking at all. So how do you square the two?
Oh, I do support fracking, and I support fracking, and I stand and I do support fracking.
He didn't say anything. He was like, I do support fracking, and I do support fracking. I swear to God. What is... Bro, are we in the Matrix? Is this
we'll
some
tell you
fucking,
what's happening.
simulation breaking shit going on?
Alright, you think that's bad, right?
Oh, it's plenty bad.
Alright, it gets worse. Okay, go to the next clip. And start it at 138.
Mr. Fetterman, I will allow a 15-second rebuttal. He has specifically said you have not paid your taxes and that you want to raise taxes on Americans. How do you respond?
Absolutely. The Oz rule, of course, he's lying. It was helping two students 17 years ago to help them, buy their own homes. They didn't pay the bills, and it got paid.
Oh,
and
no.
It's never been an issue in any of the campaign before. It was all about nonprofit.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fetterman. Continuing with you, Mr. Fetterman, your opponent has criticized Democratic spending, as you heard. Has the Biden administration overspent? And if so, where do you think spending should be cut? You have 60 seconds.
No, here's what I think we have to fight about inflation here right now. That's what we need to fight about inflation, right now, because it's a tax on working families, and Dr. Oz can't possibly understand what that is like. He has 10 gigantic mansions. We must push back against corporate greed. We must make sure that we're also pushing back against price gouging as well, too. We also be able to make more in Pennsylvania and make more in America. When he had a choice to make his merchandise, the Oz label is on, he made it all in China. Who can you believe that can fight against inflation and pushing back against corporate greed, or somebody that is choosing working in China versus over American workers?
All right. I will allow a 15-second rebuttal to his comments that you have been making things in China. Mr. Oz.
I've been trying to talk about policy issues with the people of Pennsylvania. As a doctor, I listen to their ideas and I want to talk about them. When John Fetterman brings up houses, the irony is he didn't pay for his own house. He got it for $1 from his sister. And he hasn't been able to earn a living on his own. He's lived off his parents. So it's not a topic that we should be debating on the stage. We should be talking about crime and inflation, the issues that are hurting Pennsylvanians that they're talking about at their kitchen table.
That's it. He got his Pennsylvania house from his own inlays from $1.
Mr. Fetterman, we have to continue on.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
I swear to God, people really do be making like Fallout 4 character creators with int 2 car 0.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, that's intelligence and charisma.
There's still more. Just it gets worse.
There's more.
With that clip, don't stop.
I think I cut it off early.
Bro, he tries to talk about inflation, how it's bad, but he can't put it in his fucking words at all. This guy has no brain.
He's tripping over himself.
Okay,
bro, his suit's not even tailored to fit him. He looks like it's oversized as fuck. And you look at Oz, it's tailored to be fit for him.
Okay.
And you look at
all right. Let me
made by his mother.
Yeah. Go crazy.
So if you guys want to know something, let me give you guys the context, because if I just showed you those clips, you'd be like, how the fuck is this guy in contention with Dr. Oz? Right? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So John Fetterman, before the primary to choose the Democratic candidate for Senate, he had a stroke just a couple days before the primary. And when you have a stroke, right, your cognitive ability, it sort of decreases, and you have difficulty with auditory processing. And as such, John Fetterman, he's been on the campaign trail. He hasn't been talking for a bit. He's been saying, like, basically, it's very taxing on me to give all these speeches, and I do have some trouble with answering questions because of auditory processing issues, but I'm steadily improving, and this will definitely get better. And he gave a note from his doctor basically confirming that.
Okay. So
during the
that's
debate,
completely understandable.
Right. It's completely understandable. And during the debate, Fetterman, he required and requested closed captioning to be presented to him because he literally cannot understand the words that are coming to him. Okay.
Yeah.
And then when he was questioned about this, like, why are you using closed captioning? Is your condition going to be better? Can you release your full medical documents? All of them. And he said he would not release all of his medical documents, even though he's being transparent. So, this is bringing a lot of issues to his campaign. Because without that information, how are voters to know for certain that John Fetterman will actually get better? Because when people have strokes, there is a chance that you will not fully recover. There is that chance, always. But John Fetterman is just saying, trust me, bro. So, And, by the way, this debate was an hour long. Okay, I watched the full debate. Alright, and those were pretty bad clips, but those clips basically were happening every second he was talking. So, after looking at that, if John Fetterman wins that race, I will shit my pants. Not even joking. That is some crazy shit. If that guy is able to win a Senate race in Pennsylvania, I am going to shit my pants, because how is that even possible?
Yo, real quick. Whether or not you shit your pants, this entire situation is, I don't know, it's very interesting because on one hand it does kind of feel like, like bullying the disabled, which, is obviously bad. But on the other hand, it's like, I don't know, you could just release the medical documents, give voters, a fair chance when it comes to knowing who they're going to be electing into power. I almost kind of feel like that's not even a courtesy. That should be like the quasi-required, I guess. Because
in my opinion, let me just mention this quickly, okay?
Yeah, go crazy.
I don't even think this is John Fetterman's fault, because he obviously is impaired, or he can't understand certain things, right?
Yeah.
This is entirely on his team and the Democratic Party's fault.
Sounds right.
This is almost elder abuse, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it certainly wouldn't be the first time.
Exactly. This is so bad, man. Like, and you know what made this even worse? There was another candidate for Pennsylvania, like John Fetterman. I forgot the other guy. They were both competitive candidates. John Fetterman won out the primary, which basically means the Democratic Party chose him to be the Senate candidate, right?
Yeah.
He had the stroke before they chose him to be the Senate candidate for Pennsylvania.
Why?
So they could have completely avoided John Fetterman and chose a different guy, but they chose to. The Democratic Party chose John Fetterman. So you can only blame them and his team for pushing him forward.
You worry about leaving a better planet for our kids. How about leaving better kids for our planet? Entire generation offended at everything, getting mad that a human thinks all lives matter. We don't need black or white or left or right. What we need is common sense. We need balance. We're all in the same boat. Why you trying to make holes? If they sink, we sink. This is madness.